Time to solve the phantom puzzle. And of course, now we have to solve it. Hello YouTube! First I'm going to show you a little bit about this phantom puzzle, and then of course I'm going to show a review or a solution after I do a spoiler warning. The phantom puzzle is, as you can see, made up of 3 pieces, 3 circles that are put in this way to make a kind of spherical shape. The pieces are made out of metal. They're sturdy. I've been solving this one to the point where I feel pretty confident with it, and you can see some of the colors faded on the edges. I also did you know, that goofy animation at the beginning, so I'm like dropping it and throwing it, and it's still held up really well. There's one spot where it was rubbing a little bit. I don't think you can see it. Oh, right there. It was rubbing a little bit on the inside, and it's kind of rubbed the red off of it. But other than that, the puzzle has stayed completely together. It's looking really sharp. I like how sturdy it is. I like the look of it. You know, those are things that I look for in puzzles. I want something that my kids are going to play with and not destroy. I want something that's going to be fun and not look like it's a worn out piece of junk. And this definitely fits the bill for all of that. I like wooden puzzles a lot, and I like cast puzzles, and you put this on the shelf. This is the one the kids are going to grab first. It's beautiful. It's got that bright color that just kind of draws people into it. This was definitely a favorite among my kids when I was having them look at the puzzles. Now, let's get into the actual solution of how we can take it apart and then put it back together again. The solution. When I'm solving it, I look at it from this point of view. This is me staring straight at it. You can also look at it from any angle you want, but I find that this is the most helpful. For getting it into this position, look for the piece that moves. There's only one piece that's going to move, and set it so that that piece is going to fall flat or fall down. And that's the angle that I'm going to be showing the solution for. So we'll start out by moving that piece down. And then we shift these 2 that move together now all the way to the edge. Now I'm going to shift just this piece. So if I'm looking at it from this angle, I'm just pushing it in. But from the top angle, you can see that we are shifting it like that. And the reason we do that is because this lines up, and now we can pull that piece out. Kind of difficult to see from here, but you can see how that works. Now we're going to push the pieces down. And I'm going to bring this one out. So you can see where I'm at right there. Then I shift the whole thing back this way, just enough, I guess it does kind of stop right there, yeah. So that I can pull this piece back, and you can see there is the opening that will let that piece come out, followed by these 2 pieces coming apart. That is the full solution of how to take it apart. Maybe you've taken this apart and you need a little bit of help putting it back together. I am here to help you. First off, you want to hold this piece in this orientation facing yourself. That is the piece that I had as my main piece that I basically showed for the solution, moving it between here and here. The next piece, this one, is going to end up into there. So we're going to hold this one in this way. And the third and final piece, this one, is the one that is going to go here, straight through the top. And that will be our upright piece at the end. It's important when you're putting that in that you have the long side of the T out here for setting it in. And when you do that, if you have this one here wrong or flipped over, it won't matter. Okay? So this middle piece, doesn't matter if you have it flipped over, it should go through. Now, if you have this piece twisted around like that, it actually will jam right here and not go through. For me, one of the ways. For one of the ways, it seems to go in as well. So that would be the only wrong thing you could do. So what I'm going to do is put it back the correct way. Again, the longer side facing away from me. Set those pieces in and begin our solution. The solution will go like this. First off, I'm going to put this piece there so I can see that tiny piece coming through there. I'm going to slide this upright piece back so that it lines up, and I can push this piece in. At this point, you might feel like, oh, there's nothing that can move. But you have to work with the pieces individually because this piece can still move back and forth. So I'm going to move that piece back so that it lines up here. And then I'm going to pull it away like that. So again, I guess I'm not pulling this piece away, I'm pushing the upright piece in. And then everything's going to kind of fall into place at this point. But I'm going to push this piece forward, bring this piece in, and they just slide right in. And that is the full solution for putting it back together again. I hope that video was helpful for you for solving this beautiful spherical red puzzle. Have a wonderful day.